Okay, we're doing business strategy, and we're doing P3. And P3 says, apply Porter's 5-force model. Evaluate the competitive forces of a given market sector for a given market organization. So applying Porter's 5-force model, evaluate the competitiveness in relation to a given market sector, in relation to a specific company. So if we relate this again to Tesco's, then we know we're in the food retail market and we know we're using Tesco's. Okay? So, next thing we need to do is to explain Porter's 5-force model and then relate it to Tesco's. So, what are some of the components of Porter's 5-force model, please?
Bargaining power of the suppliers.
Bargaining power of the suppliers. So who has the bargaining power, Masika, in terms of Tesco's and their suppliers? Where do their suppliers come from?
65% from the UK and 35% from outside.
Yeah. So at least 60-65% food coming from the UK and the rest coming from outside the UK. But who has the bargaining power? It's the suppliers. Tesco's has the power. So Tesco's, because they are a multi-billion-pound organisation, can dictate, I choose you. If your prices are not good, I choose you. If your practices are no good, I choose you. If you're employing kids to, make these garments, I'll employ you. So your process, they have the power to choose. They have the power to say, I'm not going to take you, but I'll take you. And they will look at your method of work. They will look at how you treat your staff, your emissions into the environment. They will look at your product range. They will look at your pricing. They will look at everything about you to decide which suppliers they want to go with or not. Okay? Yeah. Where are they buying a lot of their supplies now? Just out of interest.
Where?
Outside the UK, where are they buying a lot of things from?
Europe.
Or where are they getting a load of their clothes and things from?
China.
India.
India, yeah.
Because
India.
it's cheaper.
Because it's cheaper.
Okay.
They're buying a lot of their clothes and other items from India. Okay, so we know that one of the forces are the suppliers, and Tesco's has the bargaining power, more power, which is good for Tesco's because they can choose, they can select, they can dictate what the suppliers do. What about the customers? Who has the power? The customers have the power. So what does it mean that they can do? They can change. So what does that mean for Tesco's?
They lose money.
So what does it mean they must do?
They have to attract people with low price.
Make happy the customers.
Yes.
To keep them.
Yes, they must satisfy the customer's needs. Identify who your customers are. Remember, they've got 4 different types of stores. You have the express stores, targeting people who just want to buy 1 or 2 items and they've gone out something. You've got the high street stores, metros and extra stores. And they are targeting people who generally for lunches, for people who are working in that local area. And also some people who are living in the area as well, for maybe 2 or 3 days worth of food. You're targeting families, families in the superstores. Superstores targeting 1 month worth of purchases, or 2 weeks to 1 month of buying. Okay, because they spend a lot of time there. But these people have the power. They have the power because, why do they have the power?
They have the money.
Because they have the money and they can go elsewhere. And they can get the same products elsewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
They can get the same products elsewhere. Okay? So the customers have the power, which has an impact on Tesco's, which means they need to satisfy their customers, identify, research the customers, and make sure that their customers are happy.
That's why they have the club.
They've got the Tesco's Club Card to give you points back, but also to monitor what you're buying, how you buy, what you buy, how frequently you buy, where you live, and then sending you texts out and emails out saying they got this discount on this product item that they know you already buy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's an area for improvement. Okay? In fact, I absolutely agree. Tesco's, the way their staff treat customers, I personally think is not good.
No.
I've had bad experiences. I don't know about you guys, but I've had loads of bad experiences with Tesco staff.
Yeah, from recent, Dave Lewis, I think Dave said
Sometimes
when I go there,
Yes.
I go Tesco,
Yes.
I give example £20, I do my course, she give me back £35.
That's good, isn't it? We should go there.
It's happened 2 times to me.
Did you give the money back?
No.
But I'm go out and then I'm come back and look back. She's really stupid. This one.
Okay. So what about? Okay, so we looked at the Masika. So what about entrance into the marketplace? Is it easy for people to come into the marketplace?
No.
No, it's not. Why is it hard?
Because it's hard to compete with already established companies.
Hard to,
It's too much money to invest.
Good. It's a lot of money to invest to set up the stores, set up the supply chains. Yeah, and it's very difficult to compete with those stores already there. Very difficult. Okay. What about substitutes? Are there loads of substitutes?
No.
No, there's not a great deal of substitutes, are there? But what substitutes, if any, could be a substitute for Tesco's goods?
Vegan food.
Vegan,
individual
alternative,
foods.
specialised foods that Tesco's may not use or have as a substitute. Okay, but lastly, you've got the competition in the middle of Porter's 5-force model. How competitive is the industry for food retail?
Very high.
Very, very high. Tell me some of the competitors in Tesco's marketplace, please. Sainsbury's,
Asda,
Asda, Aldi, Lidl, Morrison's, Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Really?
Yes.
Waitrose.
Waitrose,
Costco.
Costco.
Co-op.
No, but
Co-op.
Costco has a different business model to
I
Tesco anyway.
Okay, but still a competitor. Okay,
The
so
price is low,
so
but
we know.
buy many things.
So when you're applying Porter's 5-force model, we know that the competition is extremely tough. We know that it's difficult for entrants to come in, not too many substitutes. You have power over the supplies, but ultimately the customer has supply over you. The customer has the power, and they can decide of the competition to go to, if it's you or someone else. And this is important if we see the example of Tesco's in 2015, where they made a pre-tax loss of
6.4 billion.
£6.4 billion. And this resulted in Tesco's doing what?
Buying
Buying Bookers, which had
Buying
losses and
Bookers.
budgets,
Yeah.
and targeting other people, and then building up their profits the year after. But they had to change their strategies. They have to implement all these systems in place to compete. And what else have they now opened?
Jack's.
Jack's. Tell me what Jack's is.
It's the same.
Same like Aldi and Lidl.
Low price.
Lower price. Is it Tesco's branded?
No, it's not
No.
Tesco, but it's made by
The same
But it
Tesco.
is Tesco's
Tesco
product.
products,
Yes.
but they don't want to put them in.
No.
They don't want to be.
No. So, look this way. So we've applied Porter's 5-force model to the retail market, food retail market, and we've used the organisation Tesco's, and we've looked at the pros and cons of these. Okay, so just apply Porter's, explain what Porter's is, and apply it to an organisation. Dead easy. You can use any organisation you like. Tesco's is the easiest.
Yeah.
It's up to you. But use Apple, use Toyota, use Zara, use anyone you want that you feel comfortable with. Okay? Okay, any questions?
No.
Thank you, guys.
Perfect.